After decades of silence, George suddenly locks eyes with Anna at an art fair, and time seems to freeze. All the years of heartbreak, regret, and loneliness rush back in a single heartbeat. The emotions they buried long ago come crashing to the surface, forcing them to face the love they once thought was gone forever. George was only 20 when he married Anna. She was 19, bright-eyed, full of laughter, and believed love could conquer anything. They had nothing, just a tiny apartment, second-hand furniture, and a heart full of promises. At first, their love felt unshakable, but bills began to pile up. George worked late nights, sometimes double shifts. Anna stayed home, dreaming of a life bigger than what they had. Slowly, their arguments replaced their laughter. She wanted him to dream with her. He wanted her to understand the weight on his shoulders. One night, after a fight that left both of them in tears, Anna packed her bags. She walked out, leaving George staring at the door, heartbroken. Divorce papers came soon after, and the love that once felt endless ended with a signature. Both promised themselves they would never look back. Years passed, and life carried them in different directions. Anna remarried, searching for the comfort she lost. George, too, found someone else, hoping love could heal him. But neither marriage lasted. Anna's second husband left her when she couldn't have children. George's wife grew tired of his silences and walked away. Time carved deep lines into their faces, but the ache of that first love never disappeared. Sometimes, on lonely nights, George would whisper Anna's name without meaning to. Sometimes Anna, while sitting alone with her tea, would think of George's laughter, how it once made her heart race. They tried to bury the past, but the past had its way of resurfacing in dreams, in music, in the faces of strangers. The love they thought was dead wasn't dead at all. It was just waiting. At 62, George lived alone in a quiet town. He had retired, spending his mornings reading newspapers and his evenings walking through empty streets. Life felt still, like waiting for something he didn't know was coming. One day, while visiting an art fair, he froze. There she was, Anna. Her hair was silver now, her smile gentler, her eyes carrying 1,000 untold stories. She didn't see him at first, but when she did, the world seemed to stop. Time folded, and for a moment they weren't old. They were 19 and 20 again, standing in that small apartment, holding each other with trembling hands. George wanted to speak, but his throat closed. Anna's lips parted, and all she said was, "George!" His name sounded like a prayer. His knees almost gave way. They decided to meet for coffee the next day. Both were nervous, like strangers who had shared a secret life. The cafe felt too small for everything unspoken between them. Anna told him about her second marriage, how it ended with a note on the kitchen table. George shared his story too, his loneliness, his silence. At times they laughed, remembering silly fights over burnt rice and late rent. At times they grew quiet, thinking of the years they had lost. "Do you ever wonder?" Anna whispered. "What would have happened if I had stayed?" George looked at her, his eyes wet, and said, "Every day." A silence followed, heavy but not empty. For the first time in years, they didn't feel alone. They felt something awaken, fragile but alive.